action. Nothing beats that first sip of coffee. This makes the world okay. Good morning, or should I say afternoon? Let's see, how do I look cutest? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay, sure. Oh, it's red. Pretty. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Messy Vegan Baker. I'm Christina, the host and producer and director and film person and all the things. And yeah, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. You should hit that like button and that subscribe button because I come out with very fun, at least I think. Oh no, I forgot. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I did not mean to forget you. How rude of me. I guess I'm not the only one on the show. There's also Gerald and Llama. Give it up for them. Woo! Yes, they're very wonderful assistants, always helping me out here. I feel like we should pull you back so you don't get cut out. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay. This week I decided, since it is apple season, and I feel like I always forget apples, and I always jump directly to pumpkins because pumpkins are life, I decided to change it up and to remember apples and use them because they're delicious. I also really wanted to make this recipe last year, and I never did. I don't know why. Probably because I think you have to fry them and it's a lot of effort, but it's going to be worth it, so I'm excited. So today we're going to be making apple cider donuts. Vegan, of course, but yes, I'm very excited because these are amazing. I actually don't know the last time I've had them. Have I ever had them? I'm assuming so. I'm super stoked, and I'm hoping that this doesn't take that long. But we will see. So yeah, this recipe is from Mark Bittman's How to Bake Everything. I will have my version of this recipe in my blog post, which I will link down below, so go check it out. And I do believe that is it. So without further ado, let's get baking. To make these vegan apple cider donuts, you're going to take some butter. I'm using Earth Balance. You're going to take 4 tablespoons. How nice of me to point that out. 4 tablespoons of vegan butter, and you are going to microwave it until it melts. And then you're going to set it aside to cool, because a lot of these components you get to heat up and then cool down. Super fun. Anyways, while that is cooling, combine 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed with 4 tablespoons of lukewarm water. Whisk it together until there are no lumps and set it aside to gel up. While your flax seeds are gelling and your butter is cooling, take a cup of apple cider, the drink, not the vinegar, and put it in a saucepan over medium heat and let it simmer until it has reduced to about 1/3 of a cup. Now, I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but for me, I basically just let it simmer, and once I thought it was low enough, I'd pour it into a 1/3 cup, and if it was still too much, then I simmered again and, repeat it until I had 1/3 of a cup of it. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. If there is, let me know, because it wasn't ideal, but it's also not the worst thing. So once that's done, you're going to take it off the stove and let it cool. Yay! While the cider is cooling, in another bowl, combine the 3½ cups flour, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1½ teaspoon cinnamon. I did a tablespoon, but I definitely recommend doing 1½ teaspoon. Just trust me on this. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And whisk them together so there are no lumps, and set it aside. In a mixing bowl or a stand mixer, combine 1 1/3 cup of granulated sugar with your 2 flaxseed eggs that should be nice and gelled up, and mix until they are well combined. When the mixture looks something like this, add in the melted but cooled butter, the reduced apple cider vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of plant-based milk, and mix until, again, it's well combined. Once all of your wet ingredients are well combined, then you can slowly start adding in the dry ingredients. Give the mixer a little bit of time to start incorporating them, and then add in a little bit more until you run out of dry ingredients, and scrape the bowl down occasionally whenever you need to make sure that everything gets mixed in thoroughly. So once everything is combined, your dough should be fairly dry, like a typical bread dough, so it shouldn't be sticking to anything, but it also should be able to stay together. If it's seems a little too dry, you can add some plant-based milk a tablespoon at a time until it is that right consistency. And if it's too wet or too sticky, you can either add more flour into the mixer and keep mixing it that way, or you can put it out on a lightly floured work surface and just knead some more flour into it until it is a nice dough consistency and isn't sticky. I did mix all the ingredients with the paddle, I think, and then I did switch to the dough hook just to help it kind of be more doughy and be the right consistency. But you can switch it if you want or not switch it. It's up to you. As long as the dough gets mixed and is the right consistency, it's all good. Once the dough is ready, you're going to lightly flour a work surface, and then you are going to roll out your dough. If you start rolling and it just retracts, give it a few minutes to rest, and then try to roll it out again. I'm not sure why this happens, something with gluten and it just needs time to chill, but yeah. But once you do manage to roll it out, you roll it out about half of an inch thick, and then using either some donut cutters, or I use like a glass and a baster sometimes to get a donut, cut it out and then place them on a baking sheet or somewhere so that you can fry them. Once you only have scraps left, you can either cut them apart and just fry the scraps like that, or you can mash it into a ball and roll it out again. And you can do that a few times, but make sure you don't do it too many times because your dough could get really tough and not be as light and delicious as these donuts are supposed to be. But again, if you do get to that point, just use the scraps first and then you can eat them if they turn out and throw them away if you don't, and you didn't waste a perfectly good donut. Prep your station. So in a bowl, I did some sugar and some cinnamon. I don't remember how much, so go to the blog to look that up. And I mixed it and set that aside. And then I also got a cooling rack and some paper towels, or you can use paper bags on the side, so that way when the donuts are done frying, you can put them on there and they can cool and not be quite as greasy. In a Dutch oven or a big saucepan, pour about 8 cups of vegetable oil or canola oil into it, and make sure you have some sort of thermometer. I have a really fancy one, but you can use the old-fashioned ones, whatever. But you need to put that in there as well. Stick it over medium-ish heat and wait until the oil gets to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And then, dun-dun-dun, we can fry the donuts. And yeah, so I always try to use a scrap piece just to make sure that the oil is hot enough. And you stick it in, you can stick a few in at a time, and then they should rise to the top and the bottom will be golden brown in about 30 to 40 seconds, and then flip them over in about another 20-ish seconds or until the bottom is also golden brown. Then you can take it out and stick it on the paper towel or paper bags to let it cool and let the oil be absorbed a little bit more. And then once it's cool enough for you to handle, stick it in the bowl and dunk it into the cinnamon and sugar stuff, and then put it on another cooling rack and ta-da! And just repeat until all of the donuts are cooked. The donut holes will take a little less time to cook, so just keep in mind. But again, once it's golden brown, it's good to go. So yeah, and don't forget to taste these along the way. One, they are really honestly the best when they are fresh. And two, you just need a snack. It's kind of a long process, you know? You have to taste test. Ta-da! Okay, I finally did it. I don't feel like it actually took that long. I'm trying to think how long it took. 3 hours, I guess, but part of that was me having issues with the oil. It's fine. Anyways, they're here. Don't mind the absolute chaos that is this kitchen at the moment. I have to clean it. Shocker. So don't mind the mess. I have to clean it. Ta-da! I made them. I hope you can see them. They look delicious. They are amazing. I've been eating them since I have been frying them, you know. Yeah, so it's amazing we have as many as we do. But yeah, I love them. They're delicious. Fun to make. I don't think it was too hard. Didn't take that long. Even my dad likes them, and he is not a fan of a lot of things I make. They have a certain flavor, but it's okay. They are beautiful and delicious. and I'm really excited to share these. So definitely recommend making these. Again, the recipe will be in my blog, which I will link down below, so be sure to check that out. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you were entertained and or learned something, like how to make donuts. Delicious donuts. And so again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're a regular, hey, welcome back. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Let me know in the comments if you make these on a regular, or if you've never made them, or do you like apple cider donuts? I don't know how you could hate them, TBH, but you can, I'm sure. And I will see all of you lovely humans next time. Bye. Hey, I said it normally. Woohoo! Leaves are changing, kind of. Well, not mine, but the trees around me. The leaves are changing, and it's very exciting. And yeah, so I don't know. My life's a mess, but it's okay. Here we are with all kinds of delicious vegan recipes. Thinking. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Why do I say that so weirdly every time? Next time.